These are the regular paints from Walmart that are 50 cents, 2 for $1. And then we have the glitter paints that cost a little bit more, as well as the enamel paints, but the silver I really like. And we have glow paints. They also come in different colors. These are the only ones that I have chose to purchase. And all of these are just regular Walmart paints. These are some of the supplies that I use. These paint trays are $1 at Dollar General. I'm sure you can get them other places, but it comes in really handy. Also, paintbrushes. I rarely use paintbrushes. These ones I got from Family Dollar. You don't have to have expensive ones for them to work great. My dotting tools that I bought off of Amazon are these ones because they have the bigger heads where you can make bigger dots. To be honest, I don't use those ones hardly ever, and I don't like them very much because they hold a lot of paint and it doesn't make a perfect circle. These ones here are the ones that my brother actually bought off of Amazon as well. They were under $2 and they're my favorite. I use those religiously. Also, people say that you can buy those ones at Sally's Beauty for around $10 or a little bit over. My recommendation is, so it's not pricey, I would go ahead and order them from Amazon. Shipping is quite cheap. I should have brought a bag of rocks to show you guys exactly the brand that we use, but they come in different shapes and sizes, all in the same bag. You can get them at Lowe's for around $9. You can get them at Home Depot for around $12 to $13. I also buy larger rocks as well, which I don't have any with me today. Any rocks like this will work great. I know some people buy the darker colored rocks as well. I prefer the white ones because you can make them any background and have no problem with coverage or having to cover a dark surface. Some people would rather draw on their rocks. I sometimes use Sharpies to do that. I use the skinny Sharpies, and I also have like a whole bunch of the thick ones in my case. Those are really good, but when you use Sharpies, you need to remember to let them dry at least overnight, and then when you spray them, spray a distance away from the rock because it will make the Sharpie run, and it's going to be very heartbreaking when you see all of your hard work running down a rock. These rocks are some that have already been finished and sealed. Today we aren't going to be doing any sealing, however, I can post a video later of some that I seal at home. We can't do that, we're inside right now. This one has been painted with the base coat. It hasn't been finished. Obviously it's going to be a ladybug, and I'm going to finish this one up for you guys today so you can see how to do the rocks. Also, I have another dragonfly rock that's been started but isn't finished as well. I'm not sure if I'll get to that one today because those ones do take quite a lot of time. Okay, so when I put my paint in my tray, I try to put just a little bit in there at a time so a lot doesn't get wasted. I put a little bit more than normally in there today. I'm going to do the dots on the ladybug and the eyes and mouth. Okay, so for the eyes on my ladybug, I'm going to use a little bit bigger of a dot on there so I can put the black spot in the middle as well. You just will obviously tap it in your paint. I don't submerge the whole thing generally. And as you can see, sometimes it's going to come out smaller than bigger. You just have to add a little bit more paint on there and make it the same size. After you do that and you're going to use another color, you want to take your paper towel only and just wipe your dotting tool off, and the paint comes right off of there with the paper towel. Obviously on ladybugs you can have different size dots if you would like. I'm going to use a bigger size dot on there. If you just tap the end of it in the paint like that, and you can make a few dots. If you continue dotting with the same drop of paint, it's obviously going to get smaller. Okay, so it took me probably less than a minute just to finish this one up. You have to, if you get a buildup of paint on your dotting tool, continue wiping with your paper towel in between while you're still painting. Dot a few dots, wipe it off, dip it back in the paint. That's the best way to do it. If you let paint dry and build up on there, it will cause dots that do not look like dots. And I've only done one side of this one so far, and next we're gonna do the eyes. Okay, for doing the eyes, I'm going to take the smallest one that I have, and it's gonna be teeny tiny, and I dip it lightly in the black paint, and then you just dot in the middle of the eye, like that, and it will add the black dot in the center to make them look like actual eyes. Okay, lastly, let's go ahead and finish this guy's mouth up. I'm just gonna make a smiley face with red paint. I'm not great at making faces, so that's the best we can get on this. Okay, so his face is completed, and obviously the only thing left to do on this one is the dots on the other side, which I'm not going to waste your time on that since we already did the other side, and he can be finished later, and when I seal him I will post another video so you guys can see how the sealing is done on that.
Oh, you want to videotape it for me? Okay.
Hey guys, Melissa is doing her rocks now. And we missed a very important part of this because we were talking to the staff here. I'll let her explain what she said.
Oh yes, I'm just playing right now. This is I'm trying to teach people on how to work with paint and drawing in correlation with temporary tattoos, which is over here. These right here, I simply picked up from the dollar store, but online on Amazon you can get some temporary tattoos that are amazing looking. These glow in the dark. There's a whole bunch of different ones over here, but again, these are all cheap ones here. I'm just using these as a demonstration, but there's some that are absolutely amazing. So coming back to the thing, I just put the tattoo. I'll show you that in just a minute how I did that, but I like to do a design, I like to do a painting, I like to do a background, I like to add to it. My drawing and painting skills are not at that skill level, so I find a tattoo that I like and I will paint around it. I will make different designs that I know that I'm able to paint, like such as maybe other types of fish or plant life or something such as that, and then maybe add a background and something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start from the very beginning so you can see how the process.
Also, I want to say Melissa has a different paint tray than I do. Where did you get your paint tray?
I got them at Michael's. It's an everyday low price. There's a set of 3 or 4 of them for $5 and come in different sizes. This is the small one, and then there's a medium, and then there's a larger one that's round, even larger than yours. So there's like 3 or 4 of them for like $5, something like that. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so how I start with this is typically I take a cotton ball, dip it into some water. This one's going to be a little bit more challenging.
Hey guys, so we had to accidentally end the other video, and so we are just continuing where we left off there, and we will put this back to Melissa.
So right now I'm going to attempt to do this very long but really pretty tattoo on this rock and wrap it around. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it, and I've already peeled it, so I'm just going to take it and press down on it where I want it to go. Wrap it around like this and like this. And then I'm going to take my take my cotton ball, dip it in the water, all nice and wet, and then just press down firmly. This is what I keep doing. I just press down, and it's sort of like you're ironing it out. I know probably some people say I'm using warm water, and no, I'm not. I didn't notice a difference between warm or cool water. It just, you need a good amount of it. And then I just go around it. You're kind of trying to press it into the rock, making sure that it is good all the way around. Then I take this side and I just gently start to peel off. This one has a white, because it could happen where the whole entire print is not completely on the rock. This way. Some rocks are easier to do than others. More smoother in texture, the easier it is.
It's not stuck right here.
Okay.
The reveal.
Yes. And sometimes they're not always going to come out perfect. They're going to have little flaws or little kinks or whatever. So I'll just go ahead and just remove that little thing right there, because I can always correct that. See, like little things like that. Because I went around. That's why it was harder. If I had done it just on a flat rock, it would have turned out perfect. But so now we got a rock that, you know, it's missing some things. So right now I am done with the tattoo. It didn't come out as perfect as I would like it to have. So I painted a little bit. You can see the back of it. It's not exactly perfect.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to accent it. Well, I'm not going to do yellow. And I'm going to try and do a man's little dots here. Little flowers. Look at that. I can do little dots too. Or you can draw something else on the rock. Whatever you want to do. You can draw your own little flowers, own little butterflies, and just to accent and to make it different.
That's
unique.
pretty.
And so, and you could do the same thing here. This is another tattoo that I did from earlier. And so I'm going to go home and do some hot glue and try and make some bubbles out of this one. So that is a demonstration on tattoo art.
I love it. Also, these are Melissa's other creations that she brought today. Beautiful. And this is an actual peacock feather. Isn't that so cool how she does that?
This is some of my supplies, and a lot of people have asked me, well, what do you use? What do you get? I have just an assortment of things. After Easter, I got all this. I probably don't need all of this. But I can use this for hair, or if I needed to make a little, really anything.
A hula skirt.
Yeah, anything really. This is where I made I used the other ones of these to make the roster hair. And here's more tattoos. You can use foam, so you can cut this out and paint it and form it to whatever you like. Here's some more of my supplies. Also, the containers as well. These were at Michael's, and these are just awesome containers. Eyeballs, dollar store, anywhere that you can find things.
Melissa has some really cool eyeball ones in here. Let me see. I don't know if you can see, but the ones with the color above the eyelashes, those are so cute.
Yeah, so I think I got like from Michael's, the dollar store, different places. I'll just pick up anything that I can find. These were all on wish.com. I definitely suggest people to order off there. It probably, all this probably might have cost me $5, and that's in shipping as well. So these are some accessories that I used for the Rockefellers. I got glitter.
And these are the Rockefellers that I'm sure most of you know that Melissa makes. They're super cool and accessorize great.
And all individually custom made. Okay, yes.
Okay, so also I have the same containers that Melissa has, and they are amazing. They lock up together, and she has this tray that she uses for her paint, and that is a great idea because I keep mine in the same container that she uses, and it has tons of compartments and space. I love this thing. At home, I keep my paints upright like this. To put the top on it, I do have to lay the paints down though because it won't fit. So one of these containers like she has would be great for that.
Let me show you something else, you guys. This is something that little cutout from Easter. I got it on clearance for I think a whole set of them for like 25 cents, a whole bunch of them. And so what I used, if you're kind of like out and about, you can always just put some paint on, okay, that's a lot of paint, but you can also put some paint on one of these, and you can kind of use it as a little canvas thing to hold your paint if you don't have anything else.
It's a really great idea. Also, if you don't have a tray that you use, a good alternative is when you're first starting out is you can use a glass plate. The paint will come off very easily from that. I think we're gonna wrap up our video for today. I realize it's not quite that long, but we've been here for a few hours now, so we are going to leave it at that, and I hope you guys enjoy the video and learn a few things from that possibly. Another thing I wanted to add was how I mix colors to make a background for something. Perhaps we'll add that into another video, but check it out, and we hope to see you guys at our next event.
If you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments below.
Absolutely. We are always ready to answer questions that anyone may have.